Come on, baby. Come on. Bring him here. Yes, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. That's so smart. Yeah, that's a smart dog. Yeah, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. Look at him. You saw him go down, didn't you? Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's so good.
Well, folks, we're up in Leesville, South Carolina, Hollow Creek Kennels, Boykins Forever. I've got Pat Watts. Pat is a young lady that I got little Ladybug from over 2 years ago. Pat, I have to say, this is the most precious dog I have ever touched.
And I have to say, she's one of the most beautiful that I've ever produced.
Oh my goodness. I have had a lot of fun with this little girl. I got her when she was 7 weeks old. And a couple of things about her. While we're talking about this little dog, I took her hunting back this fall. I carried her to Virginia pheasant hunting, and she had never seen a pheasant before. And when she got out of the truck, her tail was shaking like this. And the first bird that we harvested was actually alive, and she went up to it and she was scared to death. And finally she did grab the bird and brought it back. After that, it was automatic, and here we go. And first thing, she's picking up birds. That's incredible.
Yes, the light comes on. They know what they're bred for, they know what their job is, and they instinctively hunt if they come from a hunting line. And I'm just really pleased because I have to say that just about every Boykin that I have had or that I have kept out of my line has had that same capability.
You know, back years ago, this breed was started here in South Carolina. Tell the folks about that.
Back in the 1800s in Spartanburg, a banker was coming home from a church and a little brown dog followed him home. And the dog was really friendly, really smart, and the banker became very, very much in love with this little dog.
Okay.
And saw that it had some hunting instincts, so he sent her to a trainer. And the trainer honed it into a really fine little hunting dog. And they decided they wanted to concentrate on this small, compact retriever. The hunters here in South Carolina that hunt in the swamps, turkey hunt, they needed a small retrieving spaniel that could get out of the poke boats in South Carolina into the swamp areas without any trouble. It wouldn't rock that little tiny poke boat. Poke boat is a sectional boat that they used to hunt. You'd have 3 parts to it. So they needed a very small dog. You know, a dog 60 or 70 pounds just would not do it. You couldn't get it in and out of that boat easily. So they made our little swamp possums, is what we like to call our Boykin Spaniels.
Okay.
Little chocolate swamp possums.
What is that, 30, 35 pounds?
30, 35
ballpark?
pounds.
Okay.
The males will top out usually at 40. If they get too much over 40, I think they get a little bit too large. And they're very bony, very substantial dogs. They're kind of blocky is what I want to say. They should ideally have a beautiful head, which she has one of the most beautiful heads I've ever seen. A blocky, thick head that's capable of carrying game. You want to be able to carry everything from a Canadian goose to, you know, they're squirrel hunters out there too, Joey.
I understand.
So these dogs are wonderful little tracking dogs too, and they're used for deer tracking, blood tracking.
Okay.
I just recently placed one in Rock Hill, South Carolina as a drug dog.
Oh my goodness.
So we hope to hear big things from him. I have compiled a newsletter called the Boykin Spaniels Forever Quarterly Newsletter Journal. And that is free to anyone who wants to go on the internet to boykinspanielsforever.com. All they have to do is sign in and they can actually download that newsletter.
Okay.
And it's full of information, even things about health issues about the spaniel ears, treatment of choice for the spaniel ears. We've even gone to wild game recipes.
Okay.
And it shows I want everybody to contribute to this. So it's an open forum for everybody. I have people who have Boykin Spaniels all over the United States send me pictures in. And that's what it's all about, is to tell what people do with their Boykins, the things they're able to do, they can do with them. So it's just a wonderful format for people to get to know each other. It's a good inner working